Hi, my name is Jenny Lauren Dowden for Conduit News, and today we have Representative Mary Bentley joining us to talk about the upcoming fiscal session as well as her re-election campaign. Hi, Representative.
Hi, Jenny. How are you doing on this beautiful morning?
It is beautiful. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. I wanted to get your thoughts and opinion on the upcoming fiscal session that begins Monday, the 14th.
I'm really excited about the fiscal session. I know some legislators don't get too excited about the fiscal session, but I really think a great opportunity for us to see what exactly where our tax dollars are being spent. Maybe how can we cut things in the future, make things more frugal. And as a business owner, I really enjoy looking at all the numbers, and we can really see what's going on in the state. And Arkansas is very unique in that we vote on every appropriation. So every dollar that's spent in the state, we get to take a vote on it. So I think that's great. I think it's great for transparency for our constituents and for us to see, again, what's really going on and where our tax dollars are being spent. So I look forward to its opportunity. Legislators, any legislator can block a budget if they need to get some questions answered. So it really gives a lot of, I think, some power to our constituents so they can really hear what's going on at the Capitol.
And I'm sure that you're hearing a lot from constituents right now about that as well, especially small business owners. In December, during the special session, you made a very moving speech on the floor regarding considering additional legislation. You made a motion to extend the session. That did not happen. The House and Senate voted to adjourn and go home. Talk to us about what happened then.
Well, if anybody that knows me knows that I'm passionate about the fact that, Roe versus Wade was a horrible decision. It's not a constitutional right to kill another human being. So I have been, even before I was a legislator, very passionate about right to life and fighting for the lives that unborn. I worked at Children's Hospital for well over a decade fighting to save children's lives. And so I just have continued that passion at the Capitol, making sure that we hear exactly the truth about abortion and what's going on and doing everything we can to stop it. So I don't think that something being a precedent or setting a precedent is a reason not to do it. I think we had every right to say our constituents, I was hearing very loudly from my constituents, why are we not doing in Arkansas what they did in Texas and stopping abortion here, especially given the fact that those that are, I have a lot of friends that go and pray frequently at the Planned Parenthood Center trying to stop abortion. They say there's Texas license plates driving it every day. The parking lot's full of Texas license plates, and we're killing Texas babies here. What can we do to stop it? So as always, I'm very much in tune to what my constituents want me to do. And so I was honored to try and press forward, do something unprecedented. I think that's what, our nation was founded on doing things that are unprecedented. So I see no problem with pushing for things that are unprecedented to set a new standard. I know that, going at the very end of the session was a difficult time. People were ready to, when things were done and people were ready to go. And I understand that, I have some great pro-life colleagues. We have voted for some of the most pro-life bills in the nation. We're the most pro-life state in the nation. And so I know that they're pro-life and they care about things. So I'm really excited about having another opportunity in the fiscal session to start it at the beginning. So not everybody's on the budget committee. We have time to discuss it. We have time to debate the bill. So I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to give it another chance and look at it. And colleagues have a chance to look at it. We've seen more. Again, the bill went before the Supreme Court, and again, it was sent back to Texas to keep the bill intact. So every day, babies are being saved in Texas, and I want us to do that in Arkansas.
Right. Do you think that that will be a hurdle for those of you who want to consider additional legislation? We've seen Republicans join the Democrats to adjourn or, kind of put up barriers to get there, to hear additional legislation. Do you think that will be hard? It really shouldn't be, considering that we have a supermajority in the House and Senate. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it shouldn't be difficult. But again, I think that I think our colleagues are more aware and have been hearing, thankfully, thanks to news outlets like yours and others across the state, our legislators are very aware that our constituents are tuned in and they realize that maybe it's unprecedented, but it's definitely not against the law for us to consider something. We have a rule in place. We have a method in place. We have a procedure in place to make that happen. It doesn't have to be, I keep hearing the words, we're going to have chaos and this is going to be craziness if we allow one bill. And I don't see that. I see that we have a process in place. We have a procedure in place and we can vote to hear it or we can vote not to. And I hope that there are other bills that we brought up. I think our constituents are very concerned with what's going on in this nation. And if we're all there, we're already being paid to be there, we can hear some very important things that are very concerning to my constituents. And I'm hoping that we will hear this bill along with others while we're there at the fiscal session.
And you're probably hearing a lot about the mandates, whether it's the mask mandate still, although that narrative is shifting a little bit, but the vaccine mandates as well. Did the Arkansas legislature go far enough last year in protecting Arkansans? Is there anything else that our legislators can do to help them?
Anybody that follows me knows I would say that we did not go far enough, nowhere near far enough. That I think about my uncle that fought in the Normandy beach, and I can tell you that Michael David has passed away and gone. He would be appalled to think that we're forcing pregnant nurses to take a vaccine that we have absolutely no idea what the long-term effects are in order for them to keep their job when they have been fighting for years to save people's lives. So I think that we have done a horrible job in fighting this pandemic. I think we have inflicted on people's individual liberties and freedoms when we could do a much better job. We have doctors that are working so hard and nurses that are working so hard, but somehow we've let politics get in there at the very beginning. And we've been listening to one man that has not even treated patients up in DC. And I think we have set some precedents that are just horrible. And so I think that we're seeing the turnaround. I think we can do more. Even today, I'm hearing from nurses that were told they'd get a freedom exemption, a religious exemption, and it's not going through quick enough. So I think we can do more. I'm here to fight for those folks that, if somebody wants to get a vaccine and they think it's best for them, please do so. I am not trying to stop anybody from getting a vaccine, but for those that feel it's against their religious liberties, it's against what they feel is best for their body and for their family, then we should not be forcing any mandates, especially at this point when the Omicron's not even affected by the vaccine anymore.
You recently announced your reelection campaign last week, I believe. Yeah. Tell us about that, how it's going, and what you're hearing from your voters there.
Well, I'm just really excited. We did redistricting, and the county that I'm blessed to have been living in, my home county, Perry County, in the last redistricting, when BB did the redistricting, Perry County was divided up into 4 different House seats. And it's really hard for a small county like us to be divided up into 4 House seats. So now it's all in one. So I have my home county and my district, along with the parts of Yale County that I've got to represent for the past decade, parts of Faulkner and parts of Saline County. And my house is centrally located. So for me, it's great. I'm just 40 minutes away from every part of my district. I can reach out to those folks. And so no matter if it's a farmer at the bottom of Petty Jean Mountain or somebody that lives in the city of Conway, I'm ready to fight for their rights and fight for what they want passed in the legislature and be their voice for small business and for conservative Christian values.
What would you want people to know about your reelection campaign?
Well, it is a new territory for me. I was moved away from quite a few of the voters. So those that know me and know what I stand for, we're doing great. It's not any problem. It's just getting the word out. So if anybody lives in Faulkner or Saline County and they don't know me, your friends don't know me, just reach out and let them. It suggests they follow my Facebook page and get to know me. I'm very accessible. I'm very open where I stand. I stand with the conservative Christian values of my constituents and ready to help small communities get things they've done in larger communities as well. So if anybody can get the word out of what the area is, because I know it's new. I'm passing out maps everywhere I go because it's just new. Everybody has absolutely no idea where's my lines at. So I'm trying to help constituents know exactly where the state rep lines are, and happy to explain that as well.
Okay, and we'll include your handle on Facebook and ways to get in touch with you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, I would just ask that everybody pray for this fiscal session. I think that our nation was founded on legislators that sought the providence of God and his wisdom and direction. And so I would ask that folks would be prayerful for our legislators as we move forward, that we can have some unity and do some great things for the state of Arkansas. I love the state we're so blessed to live in. And I would hope there'll be a solid fiscal session, do some good things for this state. So pray for us this next couple of weeks. I would really appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to have you back on soon.
Jenny, thank you so much. We'll be hearing from you guys soon. God bless.